Ohio. The demo that came with Kamigami, even as soon as the second battle, people were already kind of struggling with it. You'll see on Steam, on the discussion boards, people are like, I can't beat the second battle. I can't do this. Like, it is actually that hard. I didn't think it was that hard, but it's clear that kind of beginners coming into the game, new players coming into the game, may struggle a little bit. And it might be helpful just to give an example of a deck which I've already ran through campaign with, and I can kind of testify. Look, this is sort of like a base. If you don't quite know what's good yet, you can start with this deck and then sort of like branch out from there. Kamigami has only just come out like 3 days ago. It came out on Monday. It's now Wednesday. Um, I think it's amazing. Like, I'm really, really into it. I've gone through campaign 3 times. What happens is you play it on normal difficulty, and then when you play it all the way through on normal difficulty and complete it, it unlocks difficult mode. You don't really get a choice. Like, if you then go into campaign again, it will then be on difficult mode. The first time around, of course, I didn't know what I was doing, so I tried all sorts of decks. In difficult mode, I had a deck that I kind of knew what I was doing. And then once I completed difficult mode, I got into insane mode, and the difference between difficult and insane is quite noticeable, and I did have to kind of refine my deck. But then I just went straight through with this hell deck that I came up with, and I thought this just might be helpful for someone. Like, you've just gotten into Kamigami, you don't quite know what's good, what's not good, what to avoid. I thought this would just be helpful as kind of like a control, so I'm just going to show you the deck now. As I said, I can testify, I literally went almost through all of Insane just with this exact deck list. You can ignore the fact that it's S tier. This is more just a deck list that, by base, is a good deck list. It's not necessary for everything to be S tier. Of course, when I started, I had a bunch of A tier, B tier, and then slowly over time I just upgraded it. But the actual cards didn't change. Like, it was simply that I just went from tier B Earthquake to tier S Earthquake as I unlocked my booster packs. I don't actually think like this is like the strongest possible deck is possible to make in this game. I'm just like crazy for Hell. I just think like this artwork is incredible. She was the first S tier goddess that I unlocked. So naturally, she was kind of like the first god slash goddess that I actually tried to build a deck around. And then I just enjoyed playing her. I kind of got into it. I kind of got a feel for her, and then I started just playing campaign mode. So I was trying to unlock all the other deities. I'll quickly, yeah, I'll just quickly talk about the deck. Right, so Hell in general, right? For one thing, absolutely loves AoE damage, board wipes, large types of effects, right? Because Hell decks in general, I think, don't really have an awful lot. Like, they're quite robust in a lot of ways. Their biggest weakness is being rushed. But if your opponent can't rush you down, Hell eventually is going to win. Your opponent has to like stay on top of you. They have to get on top of you very, very quickly. Because the way that Hell works, right, is if she has a unit on the board, her ability is that she can sacrifice that unit, and then what it means by Hell gains its devotion generation is that, for example, say Balder here, right? You see it says 9 Balder 4 at the top, right? 9 is the cost of Balder, 4 is the amount of generation Balder gives you each turn, the devotion generation. What happens is Hell can sacrifice Balder, right? If you decide that Balder's in a precarious position, it's going to die, or, like you want to do a Sea Quake, all units take 30 damage. Balder only has 20 health, so you would be killing your Balder for absolutely no benefit. So you sacrifice it to Hell instead. Suddenly, like, the Sea Quake goes off, all your opponent's units are taking damage, but you've sacrificed everything to Hell. You continue getting this generation, and once the generation is on Hell, like, the only way they're going to stop that generation is to kill Hell. So they have to win the game at that point to stop that generation. Balder is essentially absorbed into Hell. You'll see, like, of course I'm going to play it because the whole point is this is for beginning players that don't quite know. So of course I'm going to play through campaign. Campaign itself is not like, I'm still going to take losses. I took a few losses last time. You will still lose, but this is just in general a good deck where you're going to win more than you lose. Yeah, I think, anyway, yeah, I'm going to go back into it. So, Hell absolutely loves AoE. A large part of this, like Earthquake, Seaquake, is just all about AoE. I've got a Decimation as well, just in case you have to deal with something crazy. If your opponent starts really, really strong, suddenly they start throwing Chimeras on the board, or sometimes they'll manage to get like a Freya on the board, and the health is just way too high. But honestly, I think like 30 is a break point anyway. Like all units take 30 damage is essentially a cheap decimation. Very, very few units have more than 30 health in this game. So Sea Quake almost always gets the job done. I've just got a single decimation just in case. The rest of the deck is more just Norse units to fill hell, but very specific as well. There are very specific units that I want. Heimdall is invaluable for hell. I think Heimdall is actually kind of a card specifically made for hell. I can only assume. Because even though it's generation of 1, it's not really the generation you're going for with Heimdall. It's just the fact that with 17 Devotion, you put 2 units on the board, and it's very, very unlikely that your opponent will be able to keep up with that. Extremely unlikely. Yggdrasil as well. 30 health, but I mean it's only an 8 cost with a 4 generation, so you absorb it extremely easily. 30 health means it's gonna stay on the board quite easily too, and it's just a small thing that kind of gets you going. Soul Extraction is the exception. Like you can actually see this icon here. You see underneath Soul Extraction, it's kind of got this temple. There are different. These are the 4 lands you're in. Of course, you want to stick to like Norse mythology. But I just think Soul Extraction is just way, way too good. It's actually from Japanese mythology. I think this is just backbreaking. In the same way that, you know, like if your opponent has like a massive board, Seaquake can just ruin. Like, it can do absolute, it's just horrible. You know what I mean? Soul Extraction is the same. If your opponent, you know, starts building up like 8, 10 devotion, if you go first as well in insane mode, because part of insane mode is your opponent gets bonus devotion at the start of a match, is almost always the right thing to do if you get to start first. To soul extract is only 2 devotion for you, and it takes all that bonus devotion they get from being insane mode. And then, I mean, my win rate is very, very high when I get to go first and I have soul extraction in my hand. Seaquake does hit you as well, including hell. Like all units includes the gods and goddesses. Idun Tree is just a little bit of healing just to help with that. Freya as well. I've only got a single Freya because I think 24 is way, way too expensive for a unit. I'm not like super comfortable with this. But because we've got 4 Heimdalls in here, it's very easy to get a Freya out. It's very, very likely that we will. And if we get the Freya out and they don't take it out instantly, that's 8 devotion generation. Like that's what we're really looking at is, oh my, like 50 health. So it's very, very, it's actually 60 because of its ability. But 50, 60 health, so hard to take off unless it's just a direct removal. And if it stays on the board and we take it, that's 8 devotion that's then going on hell. It's just difficult. I've kind of like talked about it enough. I think you'll see as we go along, like Tyr, Fenrir, Skull. These are all just like cheaper, they're Norse, they kind of fulfill a lot of the things that I want. I've been talking a bit too much. Like we're going on 9 minutes and I haven't actually played it or anything. I'm not sure. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll play like the Greek mythology, and then when it goes to the Egyptian mythology, I'll just do a new video. So it's like broken into 4 parts. Um, but if you're really just trying to, you know, sort of like learn how to play the deck, I've already read this story. Like this isn't like an actual story playthrough, if you know what I mean. Like I'm not actually gonna do that. I don't care. Yeah, so I'm gonna do kind of like 4 parts each mythology in a video. It shouldn't really matter all that much, but if you're kind of stuck on a certain mythology or there's a certain boss that you can't get through and you're using this deck, then at least it gives you some sort of basis for comparison. Or if you don't quite know what to expect from a certain land or a certain champion, then you can watch the playthrough and see how I do it or the choices I make and who I decide to fight. This is now my 4th time playing the campaign. My 2nd time on Insane, so. Yeah, I honestly, this game, like the artwork is, like some of the artwork is just absolutely amazing. I look quite like the story. Like I've now read it 4 times, but I do enjoy the story too. I will not look at the tutorial. I think we're okay. Yeah, yeah, the gameplay too, just all of it. I really enjoy it. I'm trying not to go off on a tangent. There's a lot to talk about. And I'm not sure specifically like what new players kind of need to know, like what's most important for them. So I'm going to try and focus on the deck as much as I possibly can. Yeah, this is terrible for us. Actually, that's pretty bad too. Yeah, but we will lose. We're still going to have losses every now and then. There's not an awful lot we can do about that. Okay, so the things we're kind of scared of are just direct removal. If he has direct removal, that's 4 generation, 5, 9, 14. So he would have 16. He could directly remove, but he can only remove 1 unit, and we can still absorb the other. So it's not the worst thing in the world. That was probably the best that could have happened, though. Hmm. Should we just? Yeah, okay. There just doesn't seem to be a need to do anything else, to be honest. I'm trying to get rid of the statues first because Hades gets stronger based on units. The buildings don't actually matter. Also, Aphrodite doesn't actually like to attack people. Like 10 devotion per attack is a bit ridiculous. Like it's very bad. So I'm kind of tempted just to do it now, but there's no real need to. I don't think. Hmm. Yeah, Iggy's done its job anyway. Because Fenrir only takes 4 devotion to move, which is very cheap, and Dionysus is quite expensive. Excuse me. We're just trying to make positive devotion exchanges here. You know, we could just move straight down. It doesn't seem like a big deal, does it? But, oh, I mean, they just don't want to attack, do they? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm a bit wary about the Medusa and the buildings. That's more what I'm scared of, more than anything else. Because Aphrodite and Dionysus are both very heavy. This is what I'm talking about, though. So we've sacrificed everything, and then Seaquake, a large part of his investment, which has disappeared. More importantly, like he's got no cards in his hand, so he might generate quite a lot of devotion. But is the only thing that can attack right now is his actual. um, God, which is kind of useless. See, earthquake. Yeah, and now we've just cleared everything. Like this is. Whoops. What was I thinking there? I'm not sure. And this is what I'm talking about, backbreaking, soul extraction. That 25 devotion. Oh, it's nasty, isn't it? It's nasty. Like, what's he supposed to do now? Oh, it's just disgusting. It's honestly just, ugh. Yeah, Seaquake anyway. So it hits both of us. You can see that Hades is at 50 health, I'm at 80. Because, of course, every time we absorb something, we get some of its health. So, I mean, in so many ways, Hell just loves Seaquake. Absolutely loves Seaquake. We started very badly, but we just cleared everything. It's kind of crazy, actually. Uh, um, what is it? 10, 6? Just a sec. 16. But I need to attack 3 times. So 6, 15. Have I done this wrong? Oh my god, I have. Oh my god, I can't do maths. Please, don't do that, yeah? I don't know what. I think it's just because I'm recording myself, so I'm a bit nervous. My maths was a bit off there. There'd be a lot of matches where I just threw the game. That was a pretty good demonstration of sort of how to play this deck, though. Gotta be honest. Like I was saying, when we were in the deck list, Hell absolutely loves sort of like these big AoE spells because they just don't affect as much. Like if you really need to, you can just sacrifice everything. Super easy. Hell in general doesn't have like a lot of stuff on the board. In that respect, the deck is very robust. Like, if your opponent has stuff like sea quakes, earthquakes, decimations. Um, Not Ragnarok. Unfortunately, Ragnarok like resets hell, which is absolutely miserable. Really, really sucks. Oh, crap. Oh, this is this is really, really bad. I'm just gonna roll with it. The problem is that we've got a sea quake, so I'm kind of like, yeah. Because of the sea quake, I kind of feel like we should keep it, but I also feel like that might have been a mistake. It's going to take us a while. We really need to get to that 90. And Zeus can build so fast, so incredibly fast. It is very intimidating how fast. Do I really want Yggdrasil then? Aren't we just going to accept? Yeah. We're hoping that Zeus just digs a massive hole for itself and then we clear everything. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen though. Yes. Actually, that's not going to happen, is it? Yeah. So we had two different kind of strong moves here. One, Zeus was going to go sort of like very wide, and then we were going to see Quake and get tons of value, like a massive amount of value. Alternatively, if she didn't build fast enough, we just got like. There's no way we don't sacrifice. It's highly unlikely that we don't get out of this looking very, very good. I should probably take the Yggdrasil as well. But it's probably that's a tough one actually. 6-3. Yeah, I'm more worried about the Apollo than anything. Yeah, but it does have to move twice. That's probably a mistake. I'd rather they didn't move at all. Zeus just built as much as they possibly could. Like, I just want them to put everything down here. Yep, that too. One more. There you go. I mean, look at this. Their Chimera is still going to be on the board, which sucks a little bit. But um, yeah, like I said, Seaquake only affects units, so our Idun isn't affected at all. And Idun itself, of course, is gonna heals 10 removes 10 damage from all Norse units. So the 30 damage that my Hell just took is about to get healed, unless this Chimera like comes over and attacks the Idun. But Zeus isn't gonna have like, what is this, 6, 11? So it's gonna be at 15. I mean, what is this? This is 3, 6, 12. So it'd be exactly 15. But then she'd have no devotion at all. Yeah, she went for something completely different. We probably could start attacking her. I just don't see the need to. Yeah. Am I allowed to say well played to myself? I wish it wouldn't do that. No, it's just a Seaquake. Okay. So they'll probably take out. I mean, I would take out the Idun. There you go. But it's not enough. It's kind of a shame. I'm not sure if I really wanted to sacrifice Yggdrasil. We could have gotten good value on our next unit. But as it is, of course, by sacrificing Yggdrasil, we can't attack Aphrodite anyway. Is there any point? Do we even move forward? Okay, yeah, we just do this. This isn't like really all that efficient, like using our Eclipse like that. But I just want to kind of like stay on top of Zeus. We have this one. I just need to stay on top. So, actually, don't we? 6, 15. Okay. No, that's correct, isn't it? Can I not count? Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on. My maths is like way off here. Yeah. Zeus starts very, very fast. It can start incredibly fast. But if you can just like jump on top of it, Zeus actually struggles to kind of like get back into the match because it relies so much on unit generation. And at the start of a match, when each of you is getting such low amounts of devotion, it's very hard to actually deal with like all the Medusas and stuff that Zeus is throwing out, and it's just making its ability stronger and stronger and stronger. But once the board is clear, and each of you is like earning higher devotion, like you've got Hell that's earning significant devotion, you know. Basically, if you break Zeus's back once, it struggles to get back into the game. This is also kind of a terrible start. No. Okay. We were really looking for my solar. Because, I mean, as you can see, this is part of Insane Difficulty, right? He gets 6 devotion, and he hasn't had his turn yet. So, he's got 11 devotion for his first turn, and it is just so frustrating to deal with. It is really, really annoying. Um, Ah, see. Now I'm thinking about Seaquake because he can Seaquake. Just in case. Because if we get Seaquaked here, I think we're out of the match. Like, we can't even come back. It's just too difficult. Okay. Where were you when I needed you? Unbelievable. Earthquake is fine. Seaquake is fine. Like, it's all good, isn't it? Yeah. Is it possible? 7, 5. Yeah. One of the annoying things about Aphrodite is that she does generate a lot of devotion a turn. 7 devotion is no joke. That's really, really irritating to deal with. Hmm. Oh yeah, of course. I'm considering whether to do it, but 10 attack is 10 attack, isn't it? Like, Aphrodite is really just a devotion generation machine. She's not anything special in that regard. Nice. That's about to come in useful, isn't it? And he's put his statue really close to us too. If we can just get something on it. Sadly, we haven't really got. Yeah. And now he's got stuff in the graveyard. He's probably a bit more dangerous. Um, there's probably an argument for Freya here, I think. I mean, once we get Freya out, that's it, isn't it? But this does take down the statue straight away. Let's do this. Freya's maybe a little bit greedy. We don't really need to kind of like dominate at this stage. That's the point. Like, at this stage in the match, if you're going even as hell, you're winning. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Okay. Yeah. I don't really want to, but I do feel like we need to get moving. Like, if we can close down now, Hades also kind of gets stronger and stronger as matches go on. And, there are more bodies in the grave, which gives him more and more devotion. He's not normally like a massive threat, like from this stage, but I mean, it costs him 13 devotion to attack, right? So most of the time you are safe, you just don't want to be stupid about it. We should be okay. 7. How many times? 7 times 3? 21. Okay. My maths are apparently back on track, which is a relief. And these aren't like the best starts that we're ever going to have either. These are okay starts. The best starts is something like, soul removal, take all that bonus devotion they get at the start of every match. That puts us kind of on even, and then we just benefit. And, we just sort of grind slow edges until we win. You can see that hell is kind of weak to get in rush though. Oh wait. I mean, it doesn't matter. I've taken all the choices. There are different choices throughout the campaign, and depending on the choices, you face different um, deities or monsters. Which, of course, once you beat it, it unlocks. So you need to kind of like go down all the branching storylines of campaign mode to unlock everything. I've still got 3 that I need to unlock. It's one of the reasons that I'm planning to kind of do this in like 4 sections, because I can do Greek mythology, and I can just double check to see if there's any. I wasn't looking. This isn't good. Yeah, I can double check to see if there are any champions that I've missed from. This is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, Again, like we're not getting like great starts. We're getting okay starts. This was kind of an okay start for us, I think. Forgot where I was at now. I got distracted. Yeah, I'm doing it in 4 sections anyway. Oh, Hephaestus is a problem. 2, 5, 13. 13. Oh my goodness. I'm honestly not sure what we should do here. Yeah, I went a bit more cautious here. I don't really want to commit. Having said that, I mean they've just committed majorly, right? Is this the point where we see Quake? No way, right? It must be. Ah, this sucks. Yeah. Oh, I don't enjoy this at all. This is a tough one. The only thing we're removing is the thing that's only generating 2 devotion a turn. Really sucks. I think we might be dead here. I really think we might be dead here. Iggy, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, even even with sort of like the deck we've got, you are still going to take losses throughout the campaign. I'm definitely not saying this is like an overpowered 100% win rate deck, but it's a solid deck that can get you wins. It will win more than it loses. It will win a lot more than it loses, I think. I've never actually checked, sort of my wins to losses on it. And it probably doesn't matter because this is on the highest difficulty. We're still not getting the things that I need. Stupid Hephaestus. Hmm. Oh, they'd kill that first, wouldn't they? Yeah. Ooh. What did I just witness? Wow. We're really getting pushed here, aren't we? 7, 8. Where's she at? 11, 9. So we need to. Fenrir is not actually bad here. Actually, I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's 30. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is close. Oh my god! I'm so stupid. Let's concentrate properly. I guess I'm just nervous. It didn't matter anyway. This whole time I was like, oh, I think Fenrir is the correct answer. Turns out not so much. Am I going second? Nope. Well then. Okay, I now feel confident. This is a pretty good start for us. Is it permanence? Greek permanent. So this counts then? Oh yeah, I can see that it's got 11 movement. Okay, I didn't actually know that the thing itself counted. Nice. Oh, Iggy. So I done goes down? No. Oh, that was a bit weird. I was so sure that I done would go down there, but apparently not. Hmm. Why risk it? What do I need? 6, right? This is correct then. Yeah, you can see the difference though. When you get the jump on them and you remove the opening devotion that they get for being on insane mode, makes a massive difference. I mean, we were just on top of that Minotaur deck. I suppose it's really kind of a Poseidon deck, but you know, it's the deck that Minotaur uses. You can see why I think 30 health is a break point, because Hephaestus having 40 health was actually very inconvenient for us there. It was really, really annoying. We lost at least one of those matches. Second. Oh, well. Oh, what is that about? What is that about? Aren't we still losing if we do that? But I don't see anything else we can really do here. Yeah, the Greek temple just generates way too much devotion. I think we're just going to have to put Balder down. We've got no choice. I was really hoping to get Heimdall to bring it in, but... Oh my goodness, this is going bad, isn't it? This is miserable. I genuinely can't do anything. Okay, Heimdall is definitely dead, but I think Fenrir might survive. I'm not sure. They have so much devotion generation. Is that it? Can we not win? There's no way, is there? Oh, that was miserable. We're actually losing a lot more than I'm used to losing. Nonetheless, I guess in some ways it's also accurate, kind of showing what it's like on insane difficulty. We started so well there and then just went nowhere. We just had absolutely nothing. We couldn't do anything. Oh no. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, this is getting ridiculous. Come on. I'm seriously starting to lose my mind now. This is getting silly. Whoa, calm down. Um, Seriously? Do I just Sequake this? I feel like I have to. No. Yeah. This is what Decimation's for. Yeah, insane mode is tough, but if you can do it on insane mode, it's clearly good enough, you know, when you just get into the game and you're on normal difficulty. But we are getting pushed pretty hard here. I haven't been pushed like this since the last time that I played. Oops, not Skull. The last time that I played insane difficulty. So actually not saying all that much. You can also kind of see why I really am enjoying this game so much though. Like it is a definite challenge. It is tough. What do I need? 5. 35? We've got it. It is one of the reasons that I don't think Hell is kind of like the best god in the game. I think the top gods would be Odin, Loki, Izanami, Izanagi. Those four, I'm pretty sure, like once like people figure the game out and they work out what is like absolutely the best possible deck you can construct. It would be one of those four because all four of them can do absolutely stupid things, like really, really silly things. And Hell's okay, but not like crazy or anything. Oh my goodness. If we go in second, this is probably as good as we're going to get it. Do you just want to extract instead? Like what they can do. Yeah, that was even a good start because Medusa only produces 3. 4 with Zeus. So we're kind of like outproducing already, which is fantastic. Oh, that's not so great though. Oh yeah, also try not to trap your hell in. But I've done that before. I've accidentally put 2 monuments. With a, you know, a monument either side of your hell, you can't actually get out. Very embarrassing. Very silly way to try and win from. 60 health. Nice job, me. And now we're just trying to stay on top of Zeus. Well, I try and bring something else in, but honestly, this match has gone very well for us. All of our soul extractions, and they've all been pretty good. We're probably not gonna win with hell, just because hell is still miles away. Like we haven't ramped up at all. Yeah. Of course, it goes without saying. Like this sounds kind of obvious, kind of silly, but of course, like Fenrir is a 20 attack, 7 devotion to attack monster that only costs 4 to move. So your hell isn't actually that good until later in a match. So if you win early, it's almost always going to be Fenrir. Occasionally, Balder as well can get a cheeky win because Balder is only like a 5 move, 5 attack. So it's super cheap. It's surprisingly cheap to attack with it. Oh, yeah, sure. I guess we could look at Izanami, Izanagi, Odin, and Loki, like at some point. Probably not. Like this whole thing is just supposed to be about advertising a deck, so probably not right now. But it kind of makes me want to use Sigurd, just because extraction Sigurd would work, whereas Skull doesn't quite work. But I guess it's not a massive deal or anything. I mean, it's clearly not a massive deal. Iggy, yeah. I didn't really like Iggy for absolutely ages. I don't know how. Like, I just didn't see it because the thing about Iggy is, of course, she actually has no attack. Like, she can't attack or anything. So in that respect, she's pretty useless. And I wasn't. I just wasn't on. You know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't into it at all. I thought it was like really bad. But just like an 8 cost that gives you 4 devotion back and has 30 health. It's just tanky enough that you kind of like, yeah, like let's keep it. Let's keep it. Unfortunately, like we've seen all these Zeus bolts coming out, and I don't really want to leave it on the field. One of the many reasons you sacrifice, like I said, like once it's on hell, like they can't Zeus bolt hell, so you keep that devotion for the rest of the match. Super valuable. Talking about keeping it for the rest of the match. Don't we just if we tear, that's not going to work though, is it? No. Okay. I do kind of want to bring my soul extraction back, uh, but it's probably not game breaking if we don't bring it back and we just keep it open because then we might bring Seaquake back as well if we want, and that's also fine. So yeah, there's no real issue here, is there? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I mean it goes without saying Zeus has saved up 19 devotion. That's not happening. You know what I mean? Like, no thanks. I'd have preferred to save it for a break, but 19 devotion, that's not on the cards. No way. It does suck now though, right? Pretty cheap as well, actually. Whoops. Back again. Yeah, only the nymph has the same speed, so we're trying to get to the nymph. That's the problem. Is I'm really trying to get to that water nymph, but it's not easy. So we're actually at 9. Crap. Do we just ignore Athena? I don't think we can we? Oh no, that's not good. I feel like we have to do this and just take out the nymph. Athena herself only has 2 movement though. It's actually kind of scary. Oh no, I should have sacrificed it. Oh no, that was a mistake. Oh, that was silly of me. That was really silly. Oh no. Oh, that was so silly. I feel really stupid about that. Oh no. It is very possible that we might have just thrown the game. And then is it back? I think it is, isn't it? 4, 7, only 3. It's not back. Okay. So they beat us this turn or we win, basically. Oh, is that correct? 4, 8, 3 attacks, 15. Oh, when that Athena came out, I was like, oh no. We've thrown this, haven't we? We've genuinely just made a very stupid mistake and thrown the whole game. And I was going to feel very silly about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through all 4 mythologies or not. I don't think it's necessary, right? Like, this is just supposed to be a kind of beginner thing. I'm playing second anyway. Uh, okay. Oh my goodness. I suppose that does make sense, actually. Okay. So they can take out either Fenrir or Iggy if they want, but they can take out both. Yeah. Now, We should probably get rid of Iggy just in case. Perfect, okay. Yeah, they just started kind of slow, I think. They're not getting any faster though, are they? What is this? They would have to do something pretty amazing. Oh, that was it. I was about to say, they're going to have to do something pretty amazing to beat us here. That Zeus bolt, though, um, that was actually the pretty amazing thing that they needed to do. Ironically, they did the very thing that we didn't want them to do. Such a shame. Oh my goodness. This is going bad. That Ares is so well positioned. We just lost. Oh my goodness. This is irritating. All the copies of Seaquake in the world, and we've got none of them. Oh, for goodness sake, man. Yeah, I am scared, definitely. Demeter reduces attack cost, and Ares is only a 7/4, which is now a 6/4 that does 20 damage. So we are on the precipice here. We are actually, like, this is actually scary. Yeah. We need, oh, for goodness sake, man. No, we've lost. Such a stupid way to lose, though. Like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Oh, such a stupid way to lose. All the cards we have in our deck, that was definitely unlucky there. Everything we have in our deck, specifically designed for this sort of thing, and just none of it turned up. Stupid Apollo. Oh, it's taunting us now. Yeah, now I see the Seaquake. We'll probably see all 4 Seaquakes. Well, I think I've only got 3, but, you know. Probably Iggy, right? Definitely Iggy. I'm just trying to think this through so we don't make any, like, really silly mistakes. But I think it really is just Iggy. Oh, man. I feel like there's going to be a lot of monuments now. That is frustrating. That is so frustrating. Poseidon's actually the weakest of like the three sort of head gods in the Greek pantheon. Not that it matters in most ways, but you know, matters a little bit. Well, yeah, that's not actually terrible, is it? Seriously. Life. What a mystery, eh? But we can't see Quake here. Crap. We're only doing this to try and reduce Poseidon's movement. Also to, you know, give us some breathing space, of course. Oh, that sucks. I could fend rear and go straight up. That could work. Should I do that? I don't think that's correct, is it? Oh my goodness. I'm really starting to hate Aries. I really am. Luckily for us, Poseidon's accidentally made like a shield against herself. Goodness. This is it. Okay. Skull. Yeah. This has been a game of patience more than anything. We're actually so close. Let's just do this. Right, so we win next turn if they don't put up a barrier. I think. That is correct, isn't it? Whoa, that was a long one. We might have been able to finish that like a turn or two earlier, but I was trying to play it super safe because my maths does not seem to be so good. I think normally I just take my time, so I'm a little bit better at dealing with that. Whereas because I'm actually trying to record a video, and I don't want people to go through like really long periods without like any sort of info or anything happening or any action. Just me like trying to work out if I've got exactly the correct amount of devotion to do something. I'm rushing things and I'm making silly mistakes. Colour me embarrassed. Oh crap. Wow. So she has no Minotaurs in her hand anyway. Oh. Not only does she have no Minotaurs, but she doesn't seem to have anything. That's weird, isn't it? This is a very slow start. I honestly don't think I can help myself. Surely we Earthquake. What is this? 5 generation, 4 generation. Ah, let me try and work this out. 5, 16. Okay. Fenrir. Okay. At least the message is clear, right? Like, do something about this now, or you just lose. Wow, this Zeus has started really bad. Just a bunch of statues. I'm so confused. We don't need to do anything, really. They do have 9 devotion, so possibly this Fenrir would go down. Oh, I think we take the risk because if they don't do anything, we're just so dominant here. I just don't see how they can do anything. Five four. So okay, 10, 16, 4. No. Okay. So Zeus Bolt would kill it, of course. Oh, Eclipse. Wow, I haven't seen that from a Zeus before. It's a very good card. Obviously, we use it too, but I've just never seen it from Zeus. They started so slow. I think I'd be irritated if we can't get something out of this. I mean, I could just use decimation, right? I just don't want to. But I think I might have to. Yeah. I don't want to. I think that's like too much of a waste. to really move hell and then start attacking with it. Yugita Fenrir. Such a weird deck they've got. I don't understand it. What exactly are they going for? Can't I just win? What do I need? 4 attacks. 14, 28. Can't I just win here? Yeah. That was a very weird match. Very, very weird match. But we take those, right? I'm glad that things kind of equaled out just a little bit because we went through that patch where we lost like 2, 3 matches in a row. And then I'm trying to say, look, this is like a solid deck that's going to get you wins. I mean, I know we're playing on insane difficulty, and when you first get started, you're not going to be playing on that. But it was still getting pretty embarrassing. Oh, for goodness sake. I feel like we have to. Oh my goodness. Now we've only got 3 cards. This is why I absolutely hate Mulligan. But, okay. Yeah. Oh no. This is going very badly. Oh no. I say that a lot, but seriously. I regret everything. Can't move, can't do anything. Oh, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yeah. I kind of gave up on that in the end. I was just like, well, if you have a start that bad, you have a start that bad. Those are the breaks, right? Literally just as I was like, oh, I'm so glad we didn't go through a losing streak. And then we immediately lose again. Yeah. Campaign is challenging though. Like there is a serious, serious challenge to it. And you have got to, really consider what you're doing. I think I think this is where we soul extract for sure. And then we stupid Hephaestus. Oh, what is this? Just give in. Should I just give up and earthquake this instead? Yeah. Five. Such a weird match. Just how many monuments do you need? Apparently 10 trillion, quatillion, popillion. Skull. Yeah, that's not happening, is it? Okay. Haven't we still got to beat Poseidon yet? Kind of making myself vulnerable to a rock throw, but yeah, they don't have the devotion for rock throw, so isn't that kind of irrelevant? Okay. We'll finish it next turn. Nice. There we go. Maybe I should just go slower, calm down a bit. I don't know. I mean, we're still making steady progress, right? In fact, we've nearly completed it. Isn't it just Poseidon left to beat? Playing second, are we? Then this hand might be fine. That really costs 11. I never knew that. So expensive. That's weird. Yeah. I think this is correct, isn't it? Is there nothing cheaper? Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay. So they have to take out Balder now, and they're going to spend a lot of devotion there. Yeah. They had to do it. It must suck though, right? To have to do that. Eclipse is fine, probably. There's not really a bad move here, is there? Three, 6, 5, 6, 12. It's not enough, is it? No, it's not enough. Yeah, Balder in a spot like this is just it just gets so much value. You know, it's amazing. They can't really do anything about it either way, can they? I don't think so. Wait. 15. No. Yeah, let's just do this then. Whoa, calm down. Not that. Yeah, there we go. I can only imagine what it'd be like to be on the other end of this. It must be so frustrating if you played PvP against this. I'm just like, for goodness sake, can you just stop? And you're like, no, thank you. I shall not stop. Skull looks pretty good here, actually. Um, what do I need? 5. 35? There you go then. Poseidon done. With some strategic big brain plays. Easy peasy. And that's the Greek mythology. So we'll just fast forward until we get to Egypt. Nice. I think we've shown kind of exactly how you're supposed to play this, to be honest. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what else needs to be said about it. Like, I'm not sure how many matches we played, but you get the general gist, right? Surely, if you want to know how to play this deck, you get the general idea of how to play it. It is on insane difficulty, so you do have to kind of play whatever works. Like, even if you feel it's a bit cheesy or it's a bit ridiculous, you just play what works. You've got to do the best you can. So, there's stuff where you've got ridiculous, like, soul ripping and sea quakes. Some of it does look like absolute BS. And if it was PvP, okay, we're accidentally playing Leviathan. I did not mean to do that. Okay. See, that's the problem. I wasn't paying attention. Now look what's happened. And I play first. No. Okay. I almost said, yeah, let's just lose this one and then we'll end it. But we'll just play it. It's not a big deal. Actually, no. You know what? Let's deal with Egypt. If you want to deal with Egypt. Yeah, yeah. We'll stop. What am I doing? This is Egypt. Let's stop right there. Perfect. I'll show the deck list one more time. Let's not count that defeat because I'm just ending it quickly. I was just speeding through the text. Accidentally, we got into a match in the Egyptian mythology, which wasn't what we were supposed to do. Right. Yeah, I explained it right at the start, right? Like as a general idea what things are supposed to do. Now you've seen it, I'm just gonna quickly. I don't think there's anything missing, right? You saw decimation and why we've got a single copy of decimation in there. Sometimes I'm like, maybe we should have two. But 23 is asking a lot. It is asking an awful lot, and it's not helpful enough for the time. Most of the time, like Seaquake does the job. You also saw like Soul Extraction is absolutely crazy. Like most of the time, it's not super amazing, but occasionally it is just backbreaking. Like you can only imagine in PvP, having to save your devotion for turn, and then someone just soul extracting you. It only costs 2 devotion. I do think this is ridiculous. I think this does need to be changed. Time reflow. Time reflow is the reason that I've only got 3 soul extractions and 3 soul quakes, because I would prefer to have like 4 sea quakes, 4 soul extractions. But time reflow is just kind of like my mini sea quake or soul extraction. Whatever's in the graveyard, time reflow gets. 2 devotion isn't really asking all that much, so I think it's pretty good. I've already talked about Yggdrasil. I thought it was rubbish because it has no attack. But honestly, like something that gives you 4 devotion a turn that only costs you 8 devotion to put on the board is very, very good. And you can make like little savings due to its static ability as well. So I've suddenly become like a massive fan of Iggy. You just make these, like over the course of a match, Yggdrasil just saves you so much devotion, which you can then, use to escalate your game, expedite it a bit. And, considering that hell is very slow, She needs a bit of help. She needs a bit of help, like getting to that end game. You kind of saw like how hell works as well, because she starts as like 11 to attack, 10 to move, which is way too expensive. You cannot use her, right? Which is a large part of why Fenrir is here, because in the early game, this is essentially what hell becomes in the later game. Hell is obviously a much improved version, but only 4 to move, 7 attack. A 20 attack is very significant, very, very useful. If you can get on top of someone with a Fenrir and they've got no way of getting rid of it in a single turn, a lot of time you've just won the match straight there. Yeah, I've kind of talked about everything. Iden tree. There are matches where it just saves your life. In general, it's nice to have an Iden tree just because Seaquake hurts you too. And you're going to pick up like little bits of damage here and there. Especially in the Egyptian mythology, they really like the plague or the Pharaoh's plague, which does like 10 damage a turn, stuff like that. Sekhmet does damage. Yeah, that's it. Um, sorry, let's just go back to this artwork for hell though. Isn't that just like the greatest artwork? Yeah. Maybe I'll do Egyptian mythology as well. I don't really see the point beyond just in general, like just doing like a playthrough of the entire campaign just to show people. Like if you're new to the game, it's just a full campaign you can find on YouTube. Um, well, that's it. Just if you're interested, if you want to see a full campaign, if you're stuck on a certain opponent, maybe it's helpful, or you just want to see just how robust this deck is. You can see that even in the first mythology, you pick up losses, but you win more than you lose, and you continue to make steady progress. So it is good enough.